Hello YouTube, it's Bethany from Madeline Jean Antiques Restoration. In today's video, I'm going to do something that I've never done before. And quite frankly, I'm noticing that I'm recording a lot of my first times with projects and products. So here's another one that we are going to add to the list. So I normally do videos. If you've been here before, thank you for joining me once again. I usually talk about restoring antique and vintage furniture, but I'm also dabbling in a little bit of do-it-yourself projects around the house. And as many of you know, I am on my, 2 days ago it was my year anniversary of buying my very first house. It's a simple, small ranch house, not too extravagant, but it's perfect for me and I'm very proud of it. So when I first bought this house, it had the ugliest shutters on the outside of the house. They're blue, faded, and they look worn and they are dating the outside of my house. So I want to increase my curb appeal. I want it to be more attractive. So I am starting, I already started on this project a couple days ago. So I'm going to try and install new shutters. Now, what I already did a couple days ago, you guys are going to watch in a couple of seconds. I did a time-lapse video on me removing the shutters. It's very comical. What I didn't keep into account is wasp, okay? So that should be a no-brainer, right? Common sense. Well, to me, it wasn't necessarily the first thing on my mind. I just wanted to get them off the side of my house and do it as quickly as possible. And I found out that wasps love living behind shutters. So here's some of my advice of what I learned with removing those shutters. Number one, wasp spray. First, before you remove any shutters, go around, look as much as you can behind them, see if there's any wasps circling about. I didn't see any wasps circling about, but I was very surprised with the amount of live wasps living behind those old shutters. So get yourself a can of wasp spray before you start. You're also going to notice, I know my ladder positioning on some of the times, very incorrect, and my friend corrected me and he sent me a little screenshot. I'm gonna include it right here. He's like, this is how you should position your ladder. And I'm like, okay. For the most part, I did well, but a couple times I was slanted way too much this way. Also, I was wearing flip-flops. I probably should have been wearing boots or closed-toed shoes. That's another oopsie of me. And one time I did put the ladder against a window. I didn't climb it, to my defense. I did not climb it, but don't ever put a ladder against a window. That's another no-brainer. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, my drill died halfway through my time-lapse video, so I had to end up unscrewing all the screws by hand, and that took longer. So if you're going to remove shutters, make sure your drill is charged up and ready to tackle that job. So these are the shutters that I'm gonna put on. They're just simple black vinyl shutters, and I'm really excited. I got some really big windows, so this is gonna be challenging for me because it's just me. And every video that I looked up online on YouTube, it's a happy-go-lucky couple. They're in their khakis and their nice plaid shirts, and they're just smiling and doing the tutorial. And you know that's not how it really goes, especially with couples. They're bickering and swearing. And then there's me. I'm gonna try and do this by myself, so I have to be extra careful climbing a ladder, extra careful trying to position a new shutter and keeping it level. Yeah, this should be interesting, but I'm gonna try and do it by myself, and you guys are gonna come along for this adventure. So let's get started. Let's get upstairs. guys, I am outside. This is the front door to my house. Boom. And so I've removed 6 shutters on this side. These are my largest windows. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a magic eraser because it's really dirty and I want to clean it up before I put new ones on. So I'm going to do a time lapse of me doing that. Okay, you guys, I just cleaned just one side from top to bottom with a magic eraser. I'll do the rest of them, but I don't want to bore you. I just want to see if I can hang just one shutter start to finish. So now that I got that area right there all cleaned, I was told that I'm going to need some vinyl adhesive caulk to put in the holes that are already there. Now, I tried in a perfect world, right? The new shutters don't line up exactly where the old holes were, so I'm going to have to plug all the holes from the old shutters. Now on the other side of my house, which is technically the street side of my house that everybody sees, it has no shutters. So I have like this weird setup where I have like a sideways house. So here is my driveway right here by my wishing well when you come in. And you see the side of my house, and it has one little window I'll show you, and that had shutters on it. And then the street side, the back side of my house has no shutters, but everybody sees that. This side, the front side of my house that nobody sees, has shutters on it. So I did order enough shutters to do my entire house because I want it to look nice, and right now it looks just half done. So in this next time lapse, I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to be plugging up all those holes with this, and then we'll get started with, knock on vinyl, with trying to hang one shutter. I can do this. All right, let's do it. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. This is my sideways house. This is what faces the street, is the side of my house. There's my truck. That's my friend's camper. Hi, Kristen. And here's the side that everybody sees, basically, when they come down the road. This is the back side of my house, and it has absolutely no shutters. So that area will all have shutters now. This little small window, you can see the outline of the old shutters because it's pretty dirty up there. I'll need to replace the shutters up there. And then you come around, and the front side of my house is basically the right side of my house. It's pretty wackadoo, but it is what it is. So that's the layout. So when I'm talking, that's what I'm talking about. I just went inside the house to get a pencil, and my 9-year-old daughter goes, "Do you have the shutters on?" And I'm like, no, I don't even have one on yet. So this is, from what I've looked up on YouTube, this is where you mark the corners of your shutter. So you bring your shutter up, position it on the side of the window, and then you mark the corners with a pencil where the shutter should light up. So I'm gonna do that now. Okay, I might need my level for this part. We'll see how this goes. Is it level? Is it straight? Okay, that's not gonna work with one person, so I have to figure out a way to get that to stabilize underneath, something to hold it while I'm dinkering with it. So, plan B. Okay, plan B. I got my This is a laundry drying rack. It works great for putting up your shutters as well. So I'm going to use that to kind of help me with organizing my tools and leveraging the shutter. I just measured my window. My window from top to bottom is 65.5 inches. The shutter is 66.5 inches. So that leaves me a 1/2 inch on the top, on the bottom, and then I should be correct with my measurements. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark the shutter from the bottom, and I might attach it from the bottom instead of from the top down. That might be my best angle in being able to do this by myself. So I'm going to go mark it up right now and get it where it needs to be, and hopefully I can get this done. Okay, now we need to pre-drill the holes on the shutter. Okay, I know each shutter is different with what they recommend for drill bits and things of that matter, so I'm going to be affixing my shutters with screws, not the spikes, not the plastic spikes. So this is what my shutters indicate what I need to be using: a 7 3/2 diameter hole for a screw, and I have that all ready to go on my drill. And then from what I saw online, this is the bottom of my shutter. It curves on the top. That's how I know the top from the bottom. So you measure 2 inches down from the top or the bottom of the shutter, and you mark a hole that is centered within this section right here. So if I go 2 inches up, my hole is going to be right there. The same with the other side. The same with the middle part here, and then on the top of my shutter. So I'm going to be drilling 6 holes, 3 on either side. And it also gives you an idea here on my instructions. If you have a shutter that is 55 inches and over, this is the recommendation, you put 3 holes in, which I'm doing. If you have a shorter shutter that is 55 inches and shorter, then you only put a hole here and a hole here, here, and here. So 4 holes here, 6 on this one here. So I'm going to get started with drilling the holes into my shutter. Okay, holes have been drilled successfully. And now let's try to attach. Oh, I'm so nervous. I have one very, very stubborn one, and I'm trying to tap it on. Every time I tap it on, he says, "Oh, nope, I'm going to stay open." And it's frustrating. Come on, stay. Why? And the perfectionist in me cannot let it go. Stay. Did you stay? Are you staying?
Yay! Alright, now that you touched it, it's probably not going to. Yay, you did.
Okay, guys, I am pretty proud of myself and my daughter for helping me there at the end. I got one shutter up. I got a lot more to do, but now I kind of know the groove of things. I just want to point out something. Look at this. Do you guys deal with this too when you buy a house? You just go, what were the previous owners thinking? Look at this. How many tries did it take for them to hang a shutter? Like, seriously, multiple holes. And then they did this to my windows. This is where the air conditioning used to be. So yeah, let's cut the window frame. Yeah, that makes sense. And the worst one is over here, outside my living room window. I'm sorry, this is just uncalled for. They had an AC unit here. Yeah, look at that. Let's just cut. Yeah, no problem. Let's destroy the window. So I'm not too fond of the way that looks. Yeah, so in due time, I'm going to have to get new windows. They suck anyways. They're very hard to open. But yeah, I don't know how many dressers I'll have to sell to afford that. But anyways, I'm pretty proud. My first hanging a shutter experience, and not too shabby. I'll get there.